rockin' on since an early age. Not since 9-7, I ain't miss a game. Came up with TD and Rod Smith. I was riding with the team when they got the chip. Before the Chevrolets and the Lobster. I remember Elway's helicopter. I'm telling you, that man was a monster. Way before he had his hands on a roster. He turned the Broncos to a powerhouse. So you know I got a shout out to Johnny Elway. He important, man. He the reason that I'm always rocking on him, man. Always gotta rock orange, that's just how I go.
What's up, Broncos country? Kev Dan here for the episode of Orange Weekly After Dark, as we still are just probably on cloud nine after getting 2 wins in a row. That 8-game losing streak finally just way in the past, and the Broncos not only won against the Titans, but we were able to shut them out in Denver the same day we honored Champ Bailey and Pat Bowlen, as they both went into the Ring of Fame, and they got their Hall of Fame jackets. Well, their rings. They already had their jackets, but huge day for Broncos country in general, and we got a ton of people in here already. My name's Kev Dan. Once again, you're watching Orange Weekly After Dark. Got Travis in here. How you doing? Got a ton of other people. Guys, start posting your comments, questions about what you thought of the win against the Titans, and what are you looking forward to the most, or any concerns you might have as we head into this Thursday night game against the Chiefs coming to Denver. Kickoff is at 6:20 Mountain Time. So got a lot of things to talk about. The Titans came to town, and we were able to, again, shut them down, which was fantastic. We held them to only 40-some yard rushing yards, which is phenomenal, especially if you can imagine. I mean, Derrick Henry is a beast, right? So we were able to do this 2 weeks in a row. Ingram, against the Chargers, and now the Titans. I mean, that is not a coincidence. Hunter, how you doing? Can't wait until we lose that game. So, Hunter, I want to know why you think we're going to lose that game. It is going to be a tough one. There's going to be a lot of things that we kind of need to go our way. But if you think we're going to lose, here at Orange Weekly, this is a no BS kind of show. We're open to just, hey, we want to hear what it is that you are thinking. And if we disagree, that's fine. I'm not going to call you stupid. You can call me stupid. I don't care. But we can have that discussion. I want to know why you think, if you think we're going to lose, let me know. I'm going to tell you why I think we're going to win, but there are some things that I'll tell you it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Let's see. Steven, once again on the show. Here we go. I did not think it would stop you from showing up. I was actually waiting for it. Red Cloud, defensive playing solid. Yeah, this is the best we've seen the defense play in years. And you think about the young players that we have that are really stepping up. I mean, when we lost Bradley Chubb, we thought we were done, right? Malik Reed is showing up. We've made some personnel changes on the defensive line. Parcells doing amazing. Shelby Harris is back in his natural position. He had a sack last week and a blocked pass. The week before against the Chargers, he had a blocked pass. I mean, these guys are doing incredibly awesome. 7 sacks, guys. 7 sacks. You can't argue with that. Travis thinks 37-17. Okay, I like it. That's a bit of a spread there, but it's not impossible. Derek says 2 roughing the passer calls out of the first place. Yes, those 2 calls suck, but you got to also remember that we basically didn't show up for the second half of those games. The game against the Green Bay, 3 interceptions there in the third quarter. So yeah, those calls were not good calls, but we did not help ourselves at all either. I'm not saying it doesn't suck. It definitely sucks. We are 2-4, but what I'm enjoying right now is that we are playing like a 4-2 team. Guys, grab that beer. My name's Kev Dan. Hit that share button. You're watching Orange Weekly After Dark. Let's talk about the Titans game. Let's talk about the Chiefs game coming up. I know it's late, but I am full of energy after seeing the Broncos shut out the Titans the other day. Whoa! Are you kidding me? 350 people in here? You guys are fantastic. Seriously, this is a new record. Let's see if we can get up to 400. 390? Okay, let's talk Broncos, guys. This can be fantastic. Wow. I'm getting a screenshot of this. You guys are fantastic. Okay, let's see. Elijah says, KC just lost, bro. We got this. Yes, they are on a 2-game losing streak. Both of those games were at home. So the Chiefs are going to come in angry. Von Miller even said the Chiefs are going to come out like an angry hornet's nest. It's going to be tough. Let's see. Elijah said even the offense still all right minus Flacco. We can talk about Flacco is average, guys. He's not hurting us, but he's not killing us at the same time. He's making some bad throws, but it's not Paxton Lynch. You see what I'm saying? It's not Case Keenum. Where actually the offense is moving the ball consistently, and that's what I love to see. It's got some comments more over here, guys. I don't know if I'm able to keep up with all these comments, so I'll try my best. Let's see. Steven is just being Steven. Oh, man. Joey, I'll call you stupid if you want to be called stupid. I don't want to be called stupid. Well, we can disagree. Dylan says, we will get it done at home 24-21. I like it. Alexander Johnson looks stellar. Yes, Alexander Johnson, Jackson, Malik Reed, all these guys. Even Yadam. For as much crap as I gave Yadam the other week after the Chargers game, he played fantastic. Spencer's long kick return, I think it was a punt return actually, went that long because of Yadam's block. He could have, gone for the easy route and just blocked him in the back, and that would have been the penalty and pulled it back. But what he did, if you guys remember, he basically jumped in front of the defender so that the defender would run in front of him and run into him, which allowed Spencer to go that distance there. So Yadam had a great game. That was just one instance. So I'm really impressed with how he's playing. Again, guys, grab that beer. And let's talk Broncos. This is by far the largest show we've ever had here. You guys are fantastic. Let's see. What is the game plan against the high-powered offense of Pat Mahomes? Steven is asking a good question for once. Let's break that down. Broncos have Phillip Lindsay, Royce Freeman. The Chiefs have one of the worst run defenses in the league. Even their pass defense is not that good. So what you can expect is the same game plan that both the Lions and the Texans came out to play against the Chiefs the last 2 weeks. Ball control, time control, being careful with not turning over the ball, and just keeping Mahomes off the field. The Titans were able to get an interception from Mahomes, which was the first of that he threw all year. And so that's exactly what we need our guys to do this week. The other thing is, remember, last year we almost beat Kansas City at home. We almost beat them. I think it was a Sunday night game, if not a Monday night game. That game would have been won had Case Keenum thrown to a wide open Demaryius Thomas in the end zone. So these guys, our guys, can beat Kansas City. We were able to shut down Travis Kelce for 3/4 of a game. And you got to look at the players we have now. We have a much better roster. We have 100 times better coaching staff than we did last year. So there's no reason we should not be able to go out there, do the same exact thing we did last year on defense, and on offense, just run the ball, be very careful, we're going to take some shots down the field. If you ask me, first quarter, we're going to go and try and open up the playbook and see if we can get a 60-yarder down the field. Even if we don't, that's going to tell Kansas City we are not afraid to throw some long bombs on you. That's only just going to keep them on their toes for the entirety of the game. So, watch for that if you ask me. Let's see, 1.3K in here. You guys are fantastic. My name's Kevdan. You're watching Orange Weekly. Haven't heard about Orange Weekly? Guys, we are here Monday night. We have Tuesday night show called Beer Broncos No BS, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We got a post-game podcast, a pre-game podcast, all on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. We got a Sunday show, Broncos Brunch. We got our halftime hash show. You guys know what you do when halftime starts, right? Everyone picks up their phone, go get another beer, go get some snacks, do whatever else. As soon as you pick up that phone, when halftime starts, we are live. So make sure you check us out. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, right here on Facebook if you haven't yet. And you guys are fantastic. Hit that share button. Let's see if we can get above 1.3K, guys. Victor, how you doing? Guys, the comments are coming in crazy like that tonight. Travis says, who is winning the game tonight? I cannot tell you. It says 5:30 on Facebook, but I got a watch party over here. So I'm kind of combining the two. Let's see, Steven, the yard to touchdown ratio doesn't make sense. It doesn't. But again, I think what you're going to see us do is just run that ball. It's going to run the ball, just like Victor says. Travis says but they have a great quarterback. Agreed. But you got to remember, Pat Mahomes has had that ankle injury the last couple of weeks. That has not gotten better. I think it even got agitated, maybe even stepped on in the game against the Texans this last week. Short week. If that ankle has been bothering him for 2 weeks, it's not going to get healed in 3-4 days. Okay. whatever injuries they have, it might be a little bit better, but not much. So the one thing that goes in our favor there is that ability for Pat Mahomes to roll out of the pocket, be really quick, get away from that pass rush, and then make those plays down the field. Yes, he's still in the top 10. He's probably even the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. But with that ankle injury, he is not an NFL's MVP right now. His gameplay has diminished a little bit, but that little bit may be the only thing, the big thing that really pushes things in our favor. It's a little thing, but it's going to be a big thing here soon, if you ask me. We got more comments over here, guys. I'm going to try and keep up with them, but almost 2K. You guys are fantastic. Let's see. Samuel, I'm going out and saying 9-7. Here's the thing, Samuel. If we win this game, we got the Colts after this, couple tough games. If we go into the bye week 4-5, let's say we lose to the Colts. We go in bye week 4-5. If we even get to 4-4, that's a very realistic conversation. We could be talking not only 8-8, but 9-7. The games are very tough. We still have a very tough schedule, but I mean, the way we're playing, especially on defense, we essentially have a top 10 defense right now, guys. If you look at the rankings, we're playing phenomenally on defense, and that's gonna be what puts us in the position to win. You look back to our Super Bowl 50 winning year, same thing. Defense is going to give our offense to win. We do need a lot of help on the defense this week, though. We need at least 1 interception. We need several sacks. I'm saying 3 sacks. If we can run back, we can get a pick 6. Holy crap, this game, we're going to have a very solid chance to win. The cool thing, guys, if you look back to 2 weeks ago, if you asked me 2 weeks ago what the chances are that the Broncos were going to win, I would have laughed at you. I think we all would have laughed at that. Are we going to beat the Chiefs? Holy crap, are you kidding me? Oh my God, we're 4-game losing streak? No way. But look at what we've done the last 2 weeks and how we've improved over the season so far. It's going to be fantastic to watch these guys play at home on Thursday night in front of the whole crowd. Red Cloud, how you doing? Flacco can take shots. I'd like to see that. We need them to do that. Scangarillo needs to open up the playbook. Also, I know a lot of you were very concerned about how conservative we were playing against the Titans. That made sense. We were a little more conservative than I would have liked to see, but it made sense because it was such a defensive game. I mean, one of those early on big plays that could have really shifted the momentum for the entire game. So we had to be very, very careful. What we need to do against the Chiefs is be a lot more aggressive. I'm talking about, I don't care if we're on the 40-yard line, if the Chiefs 40-yard line, if it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches, we need to go for it. We cannot be settling for field goals. If it's on the 20-yard line and it's 4th and 2, we need to be going for it at least a couple times, because if we just settle for field goals all day, we're not going to win this game. Guys, we have to get 24 points. The game against the Colts where they lost 19-13, that was an outlier. They are going to score more than 13 points. Last week against the Texans, they scored 24 right there. If you look at the points they're getting each game, man, if we don't score 24 points, and the last time we scored 24 points was week 13 against Cincinnati last year. All right, so keep that in mind as we're going into this. The offense has got to be more aggressive. We got to open up the playbook early on and show the Chiefs that we are going to be testing them and all game long. Opening up the playbook. Yes, we're going to be very run heavy, but if you guys just get complacent and just figuring out that we're just going to run, well, guess what? That's when we're going to go down the field and make something happen. Guys, thanks for watching. My name's Kev Dan. You are watching Orange Weekly After Dark here on Orange Weekly. We're here for all of your Broncos news, all your Broncos content. These shows are podcasts. We are 100% here for you. See, Raphael, how you doing, man? So many comments, guys. I'm going to do what I can here. Carlos, Chiefs can't stop the run. We have to pound Phil and Royce and win the time of possession to have a shot. 100% correct, and that's exactly what you're going to see. Guys, start posting some of your score predictions. We'll talk about that as the week goes on. Remember, join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time for Beer Broncos No BS. We'll talk even more football with you guys there as well. Thomas says, Broncos have a great chance of winning. Flacco still has that arm execution in all quarters is key. Yes, that was one of the big things I was looking for this last week against the Titans. Coming out and actually at least being average in that third quarter. The third quarter is what's been giving us the most problems all year long. What do? Defense looked fantastic. Offense went out there. We were at least able to move the ball against a very strong defense in the Titans. The Chiefs defense is a lot worse, a lot weaker than the Titans defense. So we should have no problem putting together 4 solid quarters. If our defense from the last 2 weeks can go out and act and play the same way that we did the last 2 weeks, guys, you're talking about another huge upset and the chance of us beating the Chiefs. But again, you got to think about what they're thinking, guys. They're coming to Denver. They're on the road. They've lost the last 2 home games, which is it's the Chiefs, right? Who expected them to be 4-2? I think a lot of everyone, these experts in the NFL, figured they'd be 6-0 right now, and they're not. So they're going to come in pissed. It's a primetime game. Just as much as we want to show the world that we're not a 4-2 team, that we should be that we're not a 2-4 team, that we should be a 4-2 team, the Chiefs are going to come in and say there's no way we're going to let the NFL talking about how we lost to a 2-4 Denver Broncos, and they're going to go out there and try to make a name for themselves and really try to show everyone what they're made of. So it's going to be a very, very, very tough challenge for us to go out and win this game, but it is very doable, very doable. Let's see. Steven, there's no rule if I spill beer. Plus, it's my show, so there's no rule there. Grab your beer, guys. Let's talk about this some more. Let's see. Travis, I'm worried about the Broncos game. Tell me what you're worried about, and we can talk about that. Valentino, are you really on right now? I am really on right now. I promise. It says live. I think I'm doing this live. Joey, our defense is ranked number 4 overall. Exactly. Our defense is going to be the best chance we have to win this game, but our offense has got to show up and improve even more than they did over the first 6 weeks of the season so far. Okay. Let's see. Denver defense is starting to assert themselves 100%. 7 sacks last week, guys. 7 sacks. We held them to 0 points. Twice in the last 2 weeks, we made very strong defensive stands. Against the Chargers, right before the second half or the end of the second quarter, they were on the 1-yard line, and we made a stop there. Last week, we got that pick when they were going for it, I think on 4th down, to get that game, at least get some points on the board. We picked off Tannehill. I mean, this team this defense is ready to keep, and guys, it's only week 6. You talk about this defense improving even more. I mean, come on. This is fantastic. Victor, Kev, if we win coin toss, do we start by taking it? No, I want our defense out there 100% to start that game, because also it's just so nice to know that going into the second half, you start with that possession. And we're talking about our offense having problems in the third quarter. I want them on that field and getting the rhythm sooner than possible. So it's just the way the NFL now, the majority of the time, whoever wins the coin toss is going to defer and kick off. I do not expect us to do anything different. Not at all. Because we trust our defense. We trust our defense is going to be able to stop Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. We're going to go down the field with our offense, get some points on the board. Okay, then we get the ball back to start the second half. So, I mean, it's exactly what I think is going to happen there. Valentino, 20-17 Broncos, close game. Andrew, I'm guessing 17-14 Broncos, low scoring game. Andrew, if it's a low scoring game, we have a better chance. If the Chiefs start putting points on the board, we have got to match them. I'm still saying to Travis 100-19. God, if we were playing Madden, that'd be perfect, right? Darian, huge game. Can't wait to watch. It's going to be fantastic. Victor, no touchdowns allowed in last 9 quarters. You're completely correct. But again, we're playing Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. These guys they're going to get touchdowns. If I'm wrong, I will admit it everywhere that I am wrong. But right now I'm telling you that the Chiefs are going to get touchdowns, and we also have to get touchdowns. We cannot be settling for field goals. If it's 4th and short, we need to be going for it. We have got to be aggressive even early on. Let's see, more comments over here. Guys, you're awesome. My name is Kev Dan. You're watching Orange Weekly After Dark, and we are talking about Broncos football. 2 wins in a row. Chiefs coming to town. They have 2 losses in a row. Okay, it's going to be a great Thursday night game. Carlos, the secret to beating this team is to run the ball and keep the Chiefs offense off the field. That's exactly what our game plan is. And it's a short week, guys. It's a short week. The good thing on this short week is we know who the Chiefs are. We also can look back to last year where we almost beat the Chiefs. There's not much game plan study involved. We know what they're going to do. We know what we need to do to beat them. If I'm Coach Fangio, I'm going to pull up the game film and be like, everybody watch this game. Watch this game in depth. This is how we're going to win this game. We're going to do a little bit better, both on offense and defense, but we're going to play this exact same game plan with a couple little tweaks to really give us that advantage. And that's the way we got to do it. Okay, the Chiefs won last year because Case Keenum missed that wide open throw to Demarius Thomas in the end zone. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. It's not a secret what we're going to do. It's not a secret what the Chiefs are going to do. Darian says, 0 touchdowns through the last 9 quarters, allowing only 197 passing yards per game. I think we match up really well against the Chiefs. The run game is weak, which is huge for us with Lindsey and Freeman. Their run game sucks, and their run defense sucks. So we should have no problem stopping their run. They're going to be relying on throwing the ball heavily, especially to Travis Kelce. I believe it's Jackson that's going to be matched up. Jackson or Johnson is going to be matched up against Travis Kelce. And I can't tell you how he's going to do. I would not be surprised to see some Todd Davis thrown in there as well to help cover Travis Kelce. But again, we did that last year. 3 quarters of the game, we covered Travis Kelce, no problem. And then we just stopped in the fourth quarter and allowed him to get like 100 yards in the fourth quarter right there. They are going to be utilizing Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce heavily. And if we cannot stop those guys, we're in trouble. If I'm Broncos coaches as well, I'm thinking we got to have a primary plan, a secondary plan, and a tertiary plan. Okay? If it's not working in the end of the first quarter, we have got, even before the end of the first quarter, we have got to change it up, because if you allow Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes to really heat up and get that momentum going on offense, it's going to be a long night. Okay? So we got to come out strong and then play a strong game the whole way through. If we come out flat in the third quarter, again, guys, it's going to be tough to beat that. See, we have to have 200 yards rushing and catch a few breaks. I'm thinking, my guess is, I like where you're thinking there, Joey. My guess is Phillip Lindsay's going to have 120 yards rushing plus another 40 yards receiving. I think Royce Freeman is going to have between 70 and 80 yards rushing. Okay? I think it's going to be fantastic to see. And again, that's exactly what I want to see from those guys. Let's see. Jeffrey says, Vinny can break 2,000 yards. Maybe he can. It'd be interesting to see. Joey says, we didn't have Jackson last year, though. Nope. We didn't have a lot of these guys last year. And they're really stepping up. Like I said, even Yadam is stepping up. Look, when we lost Bradley Chubb, when we lost Bosby, I think a lot of us were just really worried. Holy crap, another injury. We don't have much depth. These young guys are showing up and playing incredible football. I mean, Parcell, this guy he shows up out of nowhere. Okay? The players are executing incredibly well. The players are coaching incredibly well. And this is something we have not seen since Gary Kubiak. We have not seen since the days of Peyton Manning. You could argue the days of first year of Trevor Siemian after Peyton Manning left, where we finished 9-7. We have not seen this in 2 years. Think about that. We have not seen this improvement. So when I go back and people say, we've been rebuilding for 2 years now. Well, yes, technically, but 2 years under Vance Joseph, we didn't make any sort of improvements. None whatsoever. Here we are with the head coach and a coaching staff that knows what they're doing, players that are motivated to make a name for themselves, go out there and play the best football and coming together as a team, and we can see what should have been happening 2 years ago. Except it's happening now. We're seeing weekly progress, and it's freaking amazing, guys. Let's see. Joey, if we get 200 rushing yards, we'll win. I would not doubt that. Travis says, have we ever beaten Kansas City at home? Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time we beat Kansas City at home was when we had Peyton Manning. But yeah, it has been a while. Joey says, the Broncos are extremely good at finding gems and roster bubble guys. We always have been. You're completely right. Derek, how you doing? I'm hoping on momentum. They lost the last 2 games, and we won the last 2. We have momentum on our side. We have home stadium on our side. Everything the Broncos have shown since week 1 has shown progress. In the most part, we're starting to click together. Derek, that's you hit the nail on the head, man. Why don't you need to come co-host with me, man? You said everything that I'm trying to say right now. Hey guys, if you just joined, my name's Kev Dan. You're watching Orange Weekly After Dark. Grab that beer. Let's drink some. Let's talk some Broncos football. I'm going to be here for a while longer, so keep posting your comments and questions. Again, guys, if you don't know about Orange Weekly, follow us on Facebook. We are here pretty much every day of the week. Maybe not Wednesdays. Wednesday and Saturday are kind of our quiet days. But Monday night show, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, Beer Broncos No BS, post-game podcast, pre-game podcast. Actually, Saturday is Ragers' show. Ray does a great job breaking down the wagers, if you get the little joke there. And he's made money this year. So if you're interested to hear what betting lines he's taking for that day, he's making some money. And us here at Orange Weekly are getting his insights and we're making money. So why not share it with you guys? It's nothing official, so you can't come back and sue us. But even if you just want to know what Vegas is thinking that day about the game, it's going to give you some really good insights on, how many times we think Manuel Sanders is going to catch the ball or how many rushing yards or anything like that. So 5-minute show, Orange Weekly, it's on Saturday night, usually, if not Sunday morning. You guys can hear that. It will be done Thursday morning. So you guys can get that before the game as well. We also have a pregame show. We have our halftime hash show. Guys, follow us. We are here basically for everything you guys want. We got a great staff. Okay, let's talk some more Broncos. Hit that share button for me. Let's get above 1,000 again. That was fantastic. We got up to 2K. Let's see. Travis says, "Do you know why I'm worried? Worried the team is good?" Travis, tell me more about that. Andrew, how you doing, man? Andrew is really hoping that the Chiefs win because his wife is not going to be happy because she's not going to be happy, and Andrew wants his wife to be happy. Darian, I think the offense is better than people think. Got 16 points against a team that is only allowing 15 points per game. Also, we were backed up inside the 15 most of the game. I think this will be a breakthrough game for the offense. I want to agree with you. Again, the Titans defense is much stronger than the Chiefs. So these guys need to go out and actually prove that, though. You're not wrong, Darian, but they got to go out there and execute. We've got to be aggressive on the play calling. Smart, but we got to be aggressive at the same time. We got to open up the playbook early on and show the Chiefs that we are not afraid to test them. We are going to throw the ball down the field, and we're also going to use that run game to just wear them down and keep Mahomes off the field. Those are things that we got. We also got to keep Mahomes in the pocket. Okay, when we get to Mahomes, we got to make sure that we bring him down, not just kind of touch him and kind of miss like we did a couple times last year. That Pat Mahomes injury to his ankle is something, if I'm a Kansas City fan, I'm worried about that. I'm very worried about that because with our pass rush, we got 7 sacks last week. I think it was 3 the week before, 3 if not 4 the week before. This pass rush is coming alive, okay? All these players, Malik Reed, Shelby Harris had one last year. Von Miller had half a sack. Walker had 2 sacks. So these guys are waking up. They're seeing their potential. They're seeing that finally they have a coaching staff that is preaching what works. And so if I'm a Kansas City fan, I'm worried about that. But these players are going to go out there and do their damnedest to not lose 3 games in a row. So it's going to be tough. Let's see. Paul, how you doing, man? Glad you're joining. Valentino, Sutton starting to show his toughness and making catches that look normal, not surprising. Yes, he did a 40-yard catch down by the sideline. By the way, guys, Emmanuel Sanders, it sounds like he's going to be okay for the game. My concern with Cortland Sutton, I'm not saying that he's not good, but what really works is having 2 really strong wide receivers. Okay? If it's just Cortland Sutton out there, you can basically what teams are doing to Emmanuel Sanders right now, putting double coverage on him, and just making sure that nothing gets to him. So we have to rely on players like Cortland Sutton, and I missed Tim Patrick because I thought he's been doing a great job too. But that's so next year, if we don't have Emmanuel Sanders, we need to find another really strong wide receiver to put on the other side of him so that teams have trouble defending both of those guys. But Cortland Sutton has been doing incredibly well. I completely agree. Vaughn wants Vinny. Yeah, Jeff, I don't disagree. Paul, we need to keep the pressure on their quarterback. OMG. Yes, we do. More over here. Let's see. Derek says it'll be 21-20. It's going to be very difficult for us. I still give it to Denver. Guys, as much as we're living on cloud 9 that we beat the last 2 teams, won 2 on the road, finally the first home game win of the year. Yes, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough, but it's very doable. If you had talked to me week 2, week 3, I would have said there's no way. But here we are saying we have a chance. The players know that. Okay, even Von Miller was talking about just chipping away at everything, chipping away, chipping away. You may hit that rock 100 times and nothing happens, but on the 101st hit on that rock, it finally cracks and you finally get stuff going. That's exactly what this team's been doing, and they know it. They know they are not really a 2-4 team, that they should be 4-2, and they're playing like it. And that's what makes me think that we're going to go out there and we're going to find a way to win, but we have got to find that way. We've got to get at least an interception. We've got to win that turnover battle, so we have to be smart with the football. It's going to be an interesting game to see. Let's see. Dakota, how you doing? Says Sutton is going to have a big game with 2 touchdowns, 200 receiving yards. Lindsey will have 200 rush yards with 1 touchdown. We need those touchdowns. It's going to be fun. If that happens, man, we're going to have a fun night. It's going to be a very fun game. Mary Ellen, if I'm saying your name right, how you doing? They have to score more offense. Watch Kelsey, Mahomes, and Tyreek Hill. They should go man-to-man. Whatever Coach Fangio decides, I'm not going to disagree with him. Some man-to-man, but there are situations where zone coverage works is better in that situation. So, yes, we need to really watch those guys, though. Maybe just man-to-man when it comes to Travis Kelsey. You know what I mean? Derek, best sack last week. Derek Wolfe. After he was injured, he came back in the game, and then he got that sack. Isn't that cool? I could not believe Wolfe got through. Awesome. I want to see more of him pushing through. Yep, I think we need that this week, too. We need this week. Let's see. Test, yes. Jeffrey, I see. How you doing, man? Sorry, there's so many comments I can't keep up. Okay, yes. Mile high salutes, guys. Let's see. 10 more minutes, and I'll give away some mile high salutes. So, from this last game against Tennessee, who would you give a mile high salute to? I want to hear what your thoughts are. Who are some of the dark horses that really kind of showed up and surprised you? Let me know some of those. We'll talk about 10 more minutes, but I want to hear what you guys have to think. Again, my name's KevDan. You guys have been fantastic tonight. Hit that share button for us. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We also have a Patreon account if you guys want to go to patreon.com/orangeweekly, or just go to patreon.com and search for Orange Weekly. Guys, if you want to help us out, any money that gets donated to us, it's not going in our pockets. It's helping us buy better equipment, better lighting, better computers, so we can bring you guys more, better product, okay? Better videos, better podcasts. If you donate, you will be entered for a chance to win one of our monthly giveaways. You'll also get entered into the end of the year drawing as well. I think we're talking about giving away a jersey right now, like a nice jersey, not one of those like $30 cheap jerseys, okay? If you only donate $1 for 1 month, you're going to be entered to that month's prize and the end of the season prize. Believe me, guys, any support you guys throw away is much appreciated. So we do those drawings at the end of the month here live on Facebook. You guys can check that out. But then again, the other thing, guys, if the Broncos win, when the Broncos win in the month that you donate, you get 5 additional entries for the end of the year prize. We're trying to give this stuff away to you. We're trying. Okay, so please go to our Patreon account. As I talk with my hands too much, check out our Patreon account and donate, and we'd be glad to just give you guys better products, better videos, and all that stuff. Okay, again, dark horses. Who are your mile high salutes going to? Derek says, if we get Wolf pushing through more with Vaughn on the sides, oh yeah. Dude, Wolf, Malik Reed, Shelby Harris, Walker. I mean, these guys, all of them, the pass rush is coming alive, and it's not just from Vaughn. Vaughn may have only registered half a sack, but he had 2 quarterback rushes. We had several quarterback hits. So a lot of these things that maybe not make it to the stat sheet. I mean, you want to put double coverage on Von Miller? Fine, you got to worry about Derek Wolfe, Shelby Harris, Malik Reed. You can't just focus on Vaughn anymore because that pass rush is coming. So we have to find a way to keep Mahomes in the pocket. Red Cloud says, 1 game closer to a playoff berth. Man, let's talk about that after this game because, yep. Let's see. Jeffrey, is the jersey a Peyton Manning jersey? We have not decided yet. It'll be a pretty good jersey, though, okay? Might be Manning, might be Terrell Davis, it might be Phillip Lindsay, Von Miller. It's going to be one of those guys, so it's going to be something that everyone's going to enjoy. So, guys, go check that out. Okay, let's see. Some mile-high salutes. First off, Darian says it's a little early, but what position do you think we will get target in the draft? Really early. Look, if we get mid to late first round draft, we had a pretty damn good season. Okay, so I want to leave it right there. We will definitely talk about that as the season comes closer to close. Travis, time for some Mile High Salute, says Derek Wolf. Completely agree. Red Cloud says Chris Harris Jr. Joshua says Alexander. Mile High Salute to you, good sir. Ah, man, thanks, buddy. I appreciate all of your guys' support as well. Hey, if you do like the content we're providing you, go give us a rating on Facebook. Please give us some feedback. We are here for you. Me and the rest of the Orange Weekly crew, we talk Broncos football all the time. That's good and well, but we want to talk to you guys. That's why we're doing these shows, okay? So if you guys give us an idea of what you want to see from us, we can make the shows better for you guys. So the only reason I'm sitting here talking at 10:30 at night is because I want to hear what you guys have to say. So we appreciate your guys' support more than anything else. Joey says, Mile High Salute. I just lost it. Oh, man. Where'd your comment go, Joey? There it is. Mile High Salute to DeMarcus Walker. Let's see. Darian, Mike Purcell with the Mile High Salute. Hell yes. You guys are fantastic. I like everything you're saying. Let's see. Abdi, how you doing? You've been watching our show quite a lot lately as well. Just to let you know, refs cheated Lions and Packs, won by 1 point on a field goal with 0 left on the clock. Not Broncos related. So I'm going to have to go back and watch that game if it was that close. So who won? Refs cheated Lions. Oh, Packs won by 1 point. Okay. Whew, that sounds like it was a good game, though. Hopefully Thursday's game isn't that close. Jeffrey, Mile High Salute to the Water Boy. Everyone's important, right? Abdi, run against them. Hell yes. This is exactly what we're going to do. Got another vote for Derek Wolf. Let's see. Salute Joe Mama. Okay. I can give her a salute too. Sweet. Travis says, what about the refs? In what regards, Travis? And Abdi says, that's our hardest opponent left. I mean, look, the Colts are looking pretty good. And in fact, let me pull that up. Well, no, I don't have the schedule up right now. But there's some tough games left. Like we got to play Kansas City again. We got to play the Chargers again, and we do much better against the Chargers on the road than we do at home as of late. So there are still some tough games coming up. The Vikings game is going to be hard. So we got a lot of games coming up. But if we can beat the Chiefs, all of a sudden these games become a whole lot more winnable, is what I'm saying. Joshua, I agree. Bad calls with those officials. Yep. I mean, they can't get them all right. But again, we got to put ourselves in a situation where if and when the refs make a bad call, it's not terrible. And if and when they make a bad call, we got to overcome that. Okay. But if we're relying on the refs to just not make a bad call the whole game for us to win the game, then it's gonna be bad. Let's see. Oh, Travis, you're giving the officials a Mile High Salute. Okay. Darian says, love the show. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Jeffrey, I'm talking. Yes, you are talking. Melvin, how you doing? Doesn't seem like it record-wise, but as many low-scoring games Denver has had this season, excluding the Green Bay game. I think Kansas City is going to be a real decent test to show the remainder of the season will go. Denver will be hot in September. Has been hot in September last year and the year prior. We all know how that went. Yes, I agree. But if you look back from the last 2 years, Darian, sorry, that was Melvin. Melvin, if you look back the last 2 years, yes, we started out hot, but then we never improved. The team was very static in how they played and how they performed the entire year. What we're seeing from this team is we lost several close games. Okay, ignore the Raiders game. Week 1, that's an outlier. That one sucked. Okay, but we held close with all the other teams we played. Okay. And now we're finally showing that this improvement is paying off, and we're seeing that improvement every single week so far. There's not been a game where we had more issues or the same number of issues as we did the week before. It's a short week, so if we just go out and maybe not improve because it's a short week, but if we find a way to play exactly how we did last week, maybe with a little better on offense, which shouldn't be a problem with Kansas City's defense, this game, it's tough for me to pick against the Broncos, not just because I love them, but here at Orange Weekly, we tried it. It's a no BS show, guys. No bullshit. If I thought that there was no chance we were going to win, I would say that. But I'm sitting here right now as the host of this show and as a Broncos fan saying, I can't just say that the Chiefs are going to win this. We have a chance. Let's see. Travis says, keep calm and go Broncos. And he's also giving his Mile High Salute to Wolf. Jeffrey says we would go 2-4-10. Jeffrey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Let's see. Travis says, Steven. Okay. We have to continue our consistency, says Marquette. Yes, that's the thing. We have to keep this up. Being consistent, improving each week. Vic Fangio is really figuring out how to be a head coach, and he's doing incredibly better now than he did week one. Rick Scangarello has a really good potential for being a great head coach. Offensive coordinator. He's been improving every week. Remember how he opened up the game against the Raiders in week one? The game plan we had was not good. Look at the game plan we've had the last couple weeks in offense. This guy knows what he's doing, and he is getting better at it every single week. Okay, time for one of my mile high salutes. I'm giving one to you guys. Mile high salute to all the fans of Orange Weekly, all the Denver Broncos fans that are watching. Maybe not Jeffrey. Jeffrey is kind of down on the Broncos, and probably, I don't know why he's here. Yes, Travis, Oktoberfest. Guys, check it out. And I'm giving a mile high salute to you because we have had a record-breaking show with a number of viewers. You guys are fantastic. I'm also going to give a mile high salute. Oh, man, too many players. How about to Spencer? No one said Spencer yet. So mile high salute to Spencer for that run back, okay? That, I think it was 60 yards he ran the punt back there or something like that. Phenomenal. One of my bold predictions, and we'll talk about more bold predictions tomorrow night. Spencer's going to run the ball back for a touchdown this game. Kickoff or punt return, it's going to happen. I really believe so. This is the game he's going to make it happen. If I'm the Chiefs kicker and punter, I'm not giving him that chance. I'm kicking that thing out of bounds. It's not going to come close or out in the end zone. But if he does get his hands on the ball a couple times, he's going to run it back. But Spencer's done great. And for as much crap as I gave Yadam the week before, mile high salute to Yadam, because again, that run would not have happened had it not been for Yadam blocking that kick returner. Yeah, defensive side. Anyway, it's the beer and it's late at night, guys. So those are my two right there. Three, including you guys. So 3 mile high salutes. You guys have been fantastic. Hey guys, the 1,000 of you that are in here right now, again, fantastic. Remember, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, our flagship show, the original Orange Weekly show. Beer Broncos, no BS, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Please watch for us to go live then as well. It happens every Tuesday. Sometimes we have to shift it to Monday, but we let you guys know when we do. And Halftime Hash, we got the Rays Ragers. Guys, the post-game podcast is coming out here in a couple days. The pre-game podcast is already up. Go listen to what David has to say. I joined David this week on the pre-game podcast. You already kind of heard what I have to say. But go listen to that. You can listen to my voice. You can listen to what David has to say as well about the game coming up against the Chiefs. Let's see, a couple more here. Abdi says, hope Sanders can overcome injuries. I think it wasn't serious when he left the game. No, I don't think it was. And as of today, Coach Fangio said he was optimistic that Emmanuel Sanders should be able to play in the game, and I think he will be as well. I don't see why they would sit him out. They're at least going to put him out there and hope that he is good to go. Okay, guys. Orange Weekly, After Dark. You guys are fantastic. Check out all the rest of the Orange Weekly content. Again, we are here purely for you guys, the viewers. If you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, please do. If you want to give us some feedback and a rating on Facebook, please do. Check out our podcast. Check out our Patreon. Because again, guys, we don't pocket any of the donations you guys give us on patreon.com. We use it to bring you guys better contests. There is that end of the season prize. So if you donate for even 1 month, you're going to get entered into that. And also, don't forget about the prize we're giving away. It's going to be a jersey at the end of the season. If we have a lot of donors on Patreon, we're probably going to give away 2 jerseys or 2 fantastic prizes, maybe 3, depending on how many we have. So go check that out, guys. Go Broncos, Denver Broncos for life. I will see you here tomorrow night, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Beer Broncos, no BS. Thanks again, guys. I'm going to go to bed. It's late over here. Take care, guys. Go Broncos. We'll talk to you.